Yo yo, my peeps. So this is my 5-way speaker control on and off. So tweeters, high mids, 6, 8-inch, and subs, which are barely audible in this track. Yeah, so let's get to the point of this video. We're still doing op-amp comparisons with identical amplifiers, and a blind testing rig. So I can go like this, then press pause on this machine, go to the start of the track. I don't know which amp's playing because I can randomize that until I don't know which one it is, and then listen. So I can listen to like lots of aspects of the sound and keep it short and simple, like 10 seconds of a song, or 20, whatever. But even just with that one drum loop intro, I can either just listen to the one speaker or in the 5-way system, but it isn't. I can still do comparisons with the 5-way on, but I just listen to the 6-inch, you can actually hear the differences quicker. So because I've talked to you now, I don't know whether I've pressed that button, so we'll have to go back. Start again. So I'm randomizing my amp choice, pressing play. Choosing the second candidate. And instantly I'm like putting in my piggy bank. Well, I think the second one wasn't as lush, but the drums are definitely bite here. And then I'll change amps, go back, candidate 1. Yes, I'm listening to the reverb and also the attack. Now candidate 2 again. So in the second one, you can actually hear that it's a drum kit. You know what I mean? You can, all of the timbres that you're expecting and the amount of attack of each drum you're expecting. And then maybe you're not paying attention to the reverb and the space that's being created. But either way, I'll do this like, say, a dozen times or more per track, and keeping everything in the piggy bank until I'm sure that there's a difference. And I also ask myself, is that a good difference? Is that more correct, or is it more of a fantasy? And some people like to listen to the fantasy version of songs or sound systems they like a soft system or a forward system or an ultra wide system, whereas in fact maybe the music's not meant to be that wide. Or some people like really narrow stages versus wide. But I like to hear the music the way it is, so I can forego the fake feeling of wideness for a more precise layering or description of all the instruments. So I've just turned on all the ways of speakers, and now I'm going to go back to candidate 1 and press play. I'm going to get candidate 2, play again. And so I'll keep that in my piggy bank. Like I said, I'll go another 6 or 8 times and work out which one I like, and then just put it in my little notepad which I'm keeping a score and some arbitrary description of what I thought each time. And as you can see in this particular test, we're doing Sparkos versus stock, and it's leaning towards stock at the moment. And sometimes here I just had a dead even score, because that whole thing about being sort of appearing wider is not necessarily good, and it doesn't help when I'm filming these things too, because I forget where I'm at with judging the material. So go off camera and we'll just keep listening to that one track. Yeah, so this is the RME interface on the computer, and this is the candidate I chose. And if I turn off one of the amps, 3 and 4, and I'm still hearing it, it means that this is not the amps that are playing. That's the amp that's playing. So it's 5 and 6. And then I'll say, well, that's the one I chose, and then I'll go to my notes, and I'll put in the fact that what I was listening to and what I preferred was the second choice, 0, 1. And then I'll write, drums are more real, blah, blah, blah. Not as gushy, clearer, more definition. It's kind of like the same every time. So that's where we are with that one.